Hi, Wandering Bears. Thank you so much for asking me to participate in this new and exciting series that you guys are doing. It'll be fun for me to awkwardly talk about the things you're talking about, but I guess I should start. My name is Max Marshall, and I'm talking to you from New York City. I'm an artist and a blogger. I run a blog called The Latent Image. Which doesn't really relate to Instagram, but even though the my own username on Instagram is the latent image, it really has nothing to do with the blog. It's my own personal thing. But it'll be exciting to talk about Instagram here and hear other people responding to the prompts because there isn't much critical discourse that's going on about Instagram right now. But I think it's important to preface all of this with that I'm going to talk about artists and photographers who use Instagram to promote themselves because let's admit that most of Instagram is just empty fun, as it should be. But one of the questions that you asked me is who doesn't have Instagram? And it's funny because at the time of you asking, I was ready to talk about an artist named Thomas Albdorf. And he didn't have Instagram at the time, but now he does. But before he did, I asked him why, and he said because he didn't have a smartphone, which is interesting to think about how many photographers don't have smartphones, which I understand is a costly extra tool, but it's kind of also funny to think about because photography is so closely linked to expensive tools. Um, but another thing I want to talk about was who is liking these photographs. And one of my favorite things about Instagram is its community aspect, but on a smaller scale. So what I mean by that is I see it as one like equals one person, and up to a certain point, I can, make sense of that. So when I see a photo that has more than 4,000 likes, I lose track of who are these people, why are they liking, like who is this person who is posting. He or she has no relationship with the people who are liking it. It becomes part of this different realm that I just can't wrap my head around. But what I do like about it is artists or photographers who participate as well. So it's not enough to just post things. I enjoy when artists participate and like and comment and follow and support. And while I'm talking about what things I like and what things I don't like, I guess I could say another thing that you brought up is the fact that some people use a camera and post later, or take a photo and post it days or weeks from that time. And my favorite part about Instagram is the fact that it's instant, or it's meant to be instant. So the way I do it is I take a photo, some light in camera or light in phone editing, and then post. Um, when people only post photographs that are really heavily edited, it just seems cheesy. And another thing that people do is they only post photographs of their own work. So if a sculptor only posts photographs of finished sculptures, it just doesn't make sense to me. I can't put my finger on why that bothers me. Maybe it's because it's really confronting the fact that it's just a promotional tool, which seems cheap and gross. I don't want to be confronted with that. And then another funny thing about this topic is that my girlfriend, Andrea Wynn, she takes photos on Instagram and then looks at them in the app and enjoys them for herself, like in the format, and then never posts them. I'm like begging her to because it's these amazing photographs, but she just refuses sometimes. I don't know why. It's either because she thinks it won't get as many likes, it'll be like rejected, or people won't understand what she's trying to communicate with this sort of idea. But I just think that's interesting. And one other thing that I want to talk about is Instagram as art. So over the summer, two Yale grads, Tommy Kahn and Mayan Strauss, they organized a show of all Yale students. They took photographs from their Instagram feeds and hung the show together. So they tried to pick ideas that either went with or went against the artist's practice. So that was maybe the first time I've ever been really engaged with Instagram as art or as art theory. And then I wanted to end this with what other forms of media can we make art out of? So can there be a Snapchat exhibition? I think that would be interesting, or like Vine exhibition of just 7-second videos, or maybe some sort of Pinterest art, even though that's kind of cheesy. And then maybe some work about Google Plus or LinkedIn, but I don't know. But I leave that to you. That's what I want to see. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I will see you soon. Thank you.